Welcome to qnawire.
So here the question is, one of the classic methods of the determination of the manganese content in steel involves converting all the manganese to the deep colored permanganate ion and then measuring the absorption of light. The steel is first dissolved in nitric acid, producing the manganese 2 plus ions and nitrogen dioxide gas. This solution is then reacted with the acidic solution containing periodate ion. The products are the permanganate and iodate ions. Write balanced chemical equation for both of these steps. Now here the first step is very important to know that read the question carefully and try to understand what is asked. Both these reactions are actually redox reactions and we have to balance this reaction. So first reaction is when steel is dissolved in nitric acid, the Mn present in the steel is the first reaction. The Mn present in the steel reacts with the HNO3 nitric acid and forms Mn2 plus ion and NO2 ion. So first we have to take this reaction and here the reaction given is Mn, which is present in the steel, is reacting with the nitric acid and forming Mn2 plus ion and NO2 gas. So first this reaction we have to balance, and for balancing any redox reaction, first step is see the oxidation state of all the elements which are present and try to differentiate oxidation reaction and reduction reaction. So Mn here as a metal, so oxidation state should be 0. Here hydrogen should be always at +1. Oxygen is at -2. 1 oxygen -2. And nitrogen should be 3 minus 1, that means +5. Oxidation state of nitrogen should be +5. And Mn here, whatever charge, that should be oxidation state. Nitrogen here, oxygen will remain -2. So nitrogen should be at +4 oxidation state. These are the oxidation states just to identify oxidation half reaction and reduction half reaction, and it is totally different from the charges present over the molecule. So after knowing this, we can see where the oxidation state is changing. From Mn to Mn2 plus, this should be increase in oxidation number. So this is oxidation. So oxidation half reaction is Mn is converted to Mn2 plus. This is oxidation half reaction. After that identification, we have to balance this reaction, and reduction half reaction should be HNO3 is converted to nitrogen. Reduction is taking place from +5 to +4. So this is the reduction half reaction where HNO3 is converted to NO2. This is the reduction half reaction. So one by one we are balancing this. First step is see the oxidation state and accordingly add the electron. So from 0 to +2, to get this, 2 electron must be removed from it. Then only we can get add electron accordingly. So this is the first step for balancing the half reaction. After that, in the next step, balance the actually it was balance all other elements except hydrogen and oxygen. So Mn is already balanced. After that we are coming to the step where uh, you have to see the oxidation state and accordingly you have to add the electron. Then balance the charge. Here also it is 0 this side, and right hand side also charge is 0. And by this whole reaction is balanced by means of charge and by means of number of atoms in both the side. It is balanced. Now come to the reduction half reaction. In the reduction half reaction again we have to balance all other elements except hydrogen and oxygen. So nitrogen here 1, here also it is 1, so it is already balanced. After that see the oxidation state and add electrons accordingly. So from +5 it is converted to +4. That means 1 electron is added. So we are adding this side. When 1 electron is added, then only +5 is converted to +4. After that, we have to balance hydrogen and oxygen. But before that, charge should be balanced, and when charge is balanced, reaction is taking place in acidic medium. So by means of H plus ion and OH minus ion, we are generally balancing the charge. So here we have to write H plus ion, then only this side it will be neutral and here also it is neutral. After that, at the end, we have to balance the hydrogen atoms and oxygen atoms. Here, 2 hydrogen atom, so 1 water molecule must be present here. And look at the oxygen, 3 oxygen, and right hand side also 3 oxygen. So this reaction is also balanced. Once this reaction is balanced, we have to add both the reactions and we have to write it here. So after writing this Mn, first reaction, oxidation reaction, Mn is converted to Mn2 plus 2 electron, and then reduction half reaction balanced is HNO3, and after that 1 electron, and second is 1 H plus ion, and this whole is converted to NO2 and 1 water molecule. So this is balanced reaction, and after that we have to add both the reaction in such a way so that the number of electrons given should be equal to number of electrons taken. So here 2 electrons are given, so 2 electrons must be taken here, and for this the whole equation, that is the reduction equation, should be multiplied by 2. And after that only we can write the final equation. So first balanced reaction is adding both the reaction. So first is Mn, second is 2 HNO3, and third is 2 electron. 2 electrons cancelled. 2 H plus ions we can write. and by this Mn2 plus ions are formed with 2 NO2 and 2 water molecules. Finally, we can check that hydrogen is balanced, charge is also balanced, and all the number of atoms are balanced. So this is the first reaction which is balanced. Now come to the second equation. In the second equation, Mn2 plus ions reacts with periodate ion to produce permanganate and iodate ions. That means the reaction is second reaction. And here the reaction is given, that is Mn2 plus ion is reacting with periodate ion, that is IO4 O4 negative ion and forming MnO4 permanganate ion minus plus IO3 negative. Now here again we have to separate oxidation half reaction and reduction half reaction first. So look at the oxidation state. Here it is at +2. Oxygen is at -2 and I should be at +7. MnO4, Mn is at +7, oxygen -2. IO3, again oxygen is at -2 and I should be at +5. Now, oxidation half reaction where oxidation is taking place should be Mn2 plus is converted to Mn7 plus. Increase in oxidation state should be oxidation. So oxidation half reaction is Mn2 plus is converted to MnO4 minus. Now, first step is balance all other elements except hydrogen and oxygen. So 1 Mn here, 1 Mn here, it is balanced. After that, we have to see the oxidation state and accordingly add electrons. So 2 here and here it is at +7 oxidation state. That means 5 electrons we have to remove, then only we can get the +7 oxidation state. So here 5 electron must be added. After that only the +2 is converted to +5 here. After the addition of electron, next step is balance charge. And for balancing charge, we have to take the H plus ion into consideration for balancing charge. So here it should be total charge -6 and here it is +2. That means 8 H plus ion must be here. Then only in both the case, that is left hand side and right hand side, total charge will be plus 2. And after that, hydrogen and oxygen we have to balance. So here 8 hydrogen, that means this side we have to add 4 water molecules. So by this oxygen is also balanced and hydrogen is also balanced. So this is oxidation half reaction which is balanced. Next reaction is IO4 negative is converted to IO3 negative. Balance all elements except hydrogen and oxygen. 1I balanced. After that, see the oxidation state and add electrons. So here it is at plus 7 oxidation state and here it is at plus 2 oxidation state. That means we have to add 2 electrons here to make it plus 5. And after that we have to balance the charge by H plus ions. So here it is 1 and here it is total 3. That means 2 H plus ions we have to add here, left hand side. And after that hydrogen and oxygen we have to balance. So here 2 hydrogen and here it should be 1 H2O. Once this is done, oxidation and reduction half reactions are balanced by all means, then we have to add these two. So first we are writing the oxidation half reaction and that is equal to here Mn 2 plus 4H2O. H2O is equal to Mn O4 negative plus 5 electron plus 8 H plus ions, and reduction half reaction balanced is IO4 negative plus 2 electron plus 2 H plus ions is converted to IO3 negative plus H2O. Now here again we have to remember one thing, that number of electrons given should be equal to number of electrons taken. Here it is 2 electrons taken and 5 electrons are given. That is why this whole should be multiplied by 5 and this whole should be multiplied by 2. And after that 10 electrons left hand side and 10 electrons right hand side cancelled, and the final equation will be balanced equation will be 2Mn 2 plus ion plus 4 to say 8 water molecules here and here 5. So 3 water molecules are left. So we can write 3H2O here, left hand side. After that IO4 5 molecules, 5I O4 negative we can write, and after that it is converted to 2MnO4, O4, 1 negative plus 5 IO3 negative, and water molecule is already adjusted, but here one thing, 8 to Z 16, 16 H plus ions, and this side 10 H plus ions, so 6 H plus ions are left here. And finally we can check all the charges left hand side and right hand side are balanced. Hydrogen is balanced, oxygen is balanced, Mn is balanced, and I is also balanced. So this is the second balanced equation.